Check, check, 1, 2, 1, 2. Check, check, 1, 2. Get some of this samey. Oh, this is some old beats. All right, looks like it's happening. I think just while get warmed up. Clean up some stuff. Models. Oh, profiling, yes. Loaded GLT data from path. We don't need this. Log mesh local XF. Yeah. How goes it? Just getting rid of some extra log statements that are bogging up the logging. Man, I wanted to I was not feeling it, the coding thing, and then I had a bit of a moment of enlightenment. Fix some stuff. Loading material at. We don't need that offset log. In fact, we'll just get rid of it. The binary loader. Okay, so that is loading something. We don't need this log here. The binary loader is actually quite fun. So what happens? Having a low encoding. Last 2 days I'm not fully feeling it, just doing a record. Yeah, no, I was like on the verge of giving up myself. The last few days it's been tough. That's okay, we're gonna fix that. The pink boxes. Yeah. It's is there a dog behind me? What are you doing? Oh, they're off. What are you doing? Oh, you stole the ball. Good dog. Bob Rockers. Let's go. Model asset loaded from assets. Why is there a %V there? I make this real big and then it's hard to see. Model load log model log asset log model loaded from asset. Model loaded from asset. Not found. Oh, I think it's up in the main model load. Model loaded from asset %v get file name short source path. Why does that not? This gives me a string. Defer profile stop. Same feeling with a project I'm working on, but those are the most important times to push through. Yeah, I don't know if you noticed yesterday we were making that beat and then I was like, this sucks, it's not going anywhere. And then I was like, wait, this could be the valley of despair. Push through the valley. Every project goes like this. Boom. One more of these. It has to. It's essential that you, oh, is it even an even worse drop? You're like, oh no, it's so bad. And you're like, that's where you want to give up. But then good things happen right there. You're like, oh damn, I'm a genius. Damn, what did I do? And it goes upwards again. Pit of despair. Yeah. But even that, I mean, yeah. Well, I was thinking yesterday, I had like thinking about like game dev in general. and like this idea that like the goal is to like put out a game as quickly as possible and hopefully have some sort of hit. Like that's the game dev model really. But then I was thinking about like a different approach where perhaps your goal is not just to have a successful game, but maybe your goal is to like contribute something of value to the history of games. Something valuable, something worthwhile, worthy. Create something worthy. Like, well, maybe you just gotta go in deeper. You gotta go in deeper. Pit of Despair, yeah. Maybe we should make a game based on the Pit of Despair. Well, we're actually making a game. Why does that not actually? Models. Alright, dogs. Model loaded from asset sent v, and then we get the file name short path, which produces a string. Do I need to like say that explicitly? Yes. Okay. I wonder what the gameplay of Pit of Despair is. You start off on your adventure and you're like, yeah, this is awesome. And then it quickly begins to suck. And it's like, how long before you don't give up? You got to like bake into it the player mode. A lot of, oh, then that says %s. Wait, didn't we just found asset at? Oh, it doesn't like my formatting here. Can I... The whole point of this is strings arg profile entry equals name. Oh. We don't actually format this. tprintf name and the args. Down, down. Okay, we get a crash. No biggie. tprintf allocates using the temporary allocator. Strings args any new line bloody bloody models. We say there we want to put a thing in there. Is it this that is blowing up the thing? I think it comes down to how addicting the game is. Graphics, polished, and features don't really matter. It was just so fun to mow grass, yeah. Also, who called this and why is it? Is it this call? We are getting to there. Ep11 DDD. So what is the name? I hate that it says this. Entry.name. Image loading from asset. Okay, so it's got some extra. I remember this. This was a thing to do with printing. And I think I fixed it in the editor. args.any .args. There it is. Still crashes. Well, maybe we just send in the string then. tprintf takes thing in the new line. Ah, dude, why is this crashing? I don't want to have to write. Args ctprintf. Dum bam 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 bam. Name is a string. This returns a string. If I just say what name there, does it still crash? No. Annoying. So if I want to do it in here, I need to say tprintf format. Do I even have format? Format.tprintf, and it's going to be like, you need a load format. Is that not correct? Very satisfying to watch it mow the grass here. Default hash is string, data raw pointer. Okay, string is null. Sorry, I'm immediately getting stuck in some minutia. Okay, so entry, name, load image from assets. That one's fine. This asset pine tree. And this one, entry image loaded from asset, yeah. And then that one's fine. Well, this one, oh, image loaded from asset. Is it because it's got the same name? Images. Image loaded from asset. I guess we need to put a %v and a texture asset dot. Oh, we don't have any information about the image. It's weird that it crashes now. Is it because this name is like allocated? Oh well, whatever. Something for another time. %v, %v, %v. Yeah, nice. Okay, so what are we doing? Anyway, what are we doing? What's Odin? Really like the C++ videos. What's Odin? Odin is sort of like a... It's like C, but a bit more modern. So it has the same paradigms as C, but it kind of has a lot of things that help you do the things you want to do that C doesn't. So anyway, well, since last time I was messing around with entities and components. Now I've got entities and I've got a transform component. So these are all the entities, which is one for each tree. And I can go into them and manipulate. You see the world position moving, and I can, well, you see it spinning, but we can move it up and down via its local position. That guy. So the idea with this is like, before I'd make a thing like a train and it would just have a transform in the struct, which was fine. But then when you want to do like systemic things, like I want to make sure that this transform is always transformed by its parent or by its local position or whatever, it all had to be sort of manually managed. And now there's a concept of an entity, so each entity in the game can have can be lookupable, and we can do things like print the components of it and have things like widgets that we didn't have before, and hopefully do things like parenting. And the next thing I wanted to try was, like, right now we're just drawing models directly. We're just drawing a model, but I thought perhaps we should have a model component. The components is kind of a component. All right, so I may just like delete all this. So basically a component at the moment, the component storage for all of component type T. So also tried building ECS in Go, but felt a little overkill. Yeah. Well, this is the thing, like, the first run at Daisy Trains, I was like, I'm not going to build any of this stuff. I'm just going to make it all explicit, and it was kind of cool had a lot of advantages. But now I'm just like, some of this base level stuff, I don't know if this is really like a full-on entity component system, because I don't know if I'm smart enough to know what that is really, but basically I'm just storing all the data away from the thing. So this is storage for all of a component. So this is like an array of whatever type of component. And then there's like an enum of component types. Right now there's just transform. But if I was to put like a model component, which is kind of like a mesh component, but in this, a model can have multiple meshes. So I'm just going to go with the syntax. And then components, this is like global, I guess this is each of the different actual components in the game. So say I wanted model components. I'd add one of these of a component type model. This is where the actual data goes. And then this is the global variable, which will probably move to the engine core. There's no init right now, component shutdown, just you have to go through and delete each of these arrays. It's just an Odin thing. Yeah, I'm just like, I don't know. I'm messing with this a bit of, I mean, ask Hefix when we did RoboMo, we did a game jam with the engine. And there was no way to like parent transforms to each other. There was no way to like just have a widget and then place it in the scene. We were literally typing in the positions and coordinates. And then we had models that had like different components that we want to animate, and it all became very tricky. So yeah, this is, so each component is in an array. So this is like, component, and they'll all be, all of the type transforms are stored together, and all of the models are stored together. Thing with this though is it kind of, I used to have a nice way of looking things up with enums, but whatever. Add component. So we can call this add component with an entity. We have to create an entity first. And I've been like writing and rewriting it in different ways. Because there's kind of two layers. We got add component of what type do I want to add, and if it's transform, then it adds transform component. And this is actually handled by the transforms file. So there's add transform component, which returns an index, and so each thing has so entities kind of, an entity is just a number. This is where there's a little bit of complexity in here. So entity is just an I64, but I also have this entity struct, which just has an ID counter that goes like 0, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. It's not very, it's pretty basic. This could be could be some unique identifier. Why has it got 2 U's? Unique identifier? I don't know. And then we have this map which maps the entity to the index. Maps entity to index. And then the index, this is the info about each entity. And this info has this bit set thing. This is really cool. Bit set is just like bit flags for each component. And then this is the index into the component array for each component. So there's a little bit of complexity, but hopefully you don't need to worry about it. My keyboard sounded better a few days ago, but I was actually typing so much on these heavy switches. I had these, my favorite switch at the time was these budgerigars. That worked well. Little budgerigars, and they're kind of like, oh yeah, they're so nice, but they're real heavy. And on heavy programming days, I was getting real sore fingers, so I went with some lighter, like Echo, like linear switches. And then we have a global variable for entities. So talking through this is kind of, I mean, I don't know whether you're gonna be like, what? So if we want to create an entity, we just get the current counter, we create some new entity info, and we add the entity info to the entity info list, and then we map that entity index, and then we increment the counter and return the entity. Why is there suddenly a, oh yeah, partial. Now I've got to write partial on all these switches. And then we have to, when we add a component, we have to also add this info. But this is where the bit set's kind of cool. So we got this bit set that's the size of component type, which is each of the components. And we can just say plus equals transform. And then we get the component index type equals component index, which we send to this function. So this function, this is like an internal thing. Don't call this. I mean, Odin's got like this private thing, but it's private in terms of the package, and this is all in everything's in one package right now, so I can't really hide this from the user. But then entity has component, do call this directly. Weird, huh? So this, you're taking an entity and a type, and it just looks into the entity map, gets the index, and then it returns. This line is kind of nice. Return type in entities dot components. So this is basically saying, does the bit set contain a on bit for the component type? So So in the bit set, there's going to be like 0, 0, 0, 0. Well, I've got that component. And it's going to look and be like, do I have this component? Anyway, entity get component index. This is used for like get transform. So then transform has its own things. We've got get transform, and it gets the component index back from the entity and then comes back and says, okay, if I have that, then send me back the actual data. And then there's, I mean, I'm making it hard to use, but I guess also working into the transform, there's this matrix, which is like, we have to calculate local position, this matrix, and the world matrix, and then multiply them together to get the final matrix. But we don't want to do that all the time if we don't have to. So I've got this is dirty flag, and then for each, this is the system, I guess. Transform system. For each transform data, if it's dirty, then calculate transform to matrix. And this will get the local matrix and the world matrix, and then the parent matrix, which doesn't really exist yet. I'm not actually calling this this is supposed to be update transform recursive. This is what I was writing in here. We say count plus equals update transform recursive, and this needs an actual pointer to a transform. That, I think this will work. Stack Overflow. If parent equals nil and exif parent is dirty, count plus equals. If x equals dirty, return count. Okay, so this is going to be like an infinite loop. I did this with the help of my good buddy. Optimizing transform. Yeah, we did that. Count plus equals. So that is what that is, but why does it cause Stack Overflow? Down, down, dun, 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 dun. Well, do I need to worry about this? We come in here, if the parent is not equal nil and the parent is dirty, then do it, but we should never get there. I say should, but F11, we update recursive. If parent xf parent, why is the xf is this like pointer transform? I did mean that. Is this some weird thing? So the xf okay, so that goes infinitely. So we can't do that. log transform xf what do we get? Transform missing argument closing brace is dirty equals true, matrix equals thing, parent equals nil. So I feel like the transform now the xf, okay, so now we've got weird data. We've like sent something, sent like this creates something for I in 0 dot dot len of g components dot transform components dot data, and then we can say xf is a pointer to g components dot transform components dot data I. If xf is dirty, then send xf. And then this says, okay, this is where we get this thing where we need to put like SOA pointer SOA dynamic. Oh, this is going to log a lot of transforms. Okay, we're processing. So what if we tried adding Have I tried RenderDoc? I have. I love RenderDoc whenever things get confusing with OpenGL, which is like all the time. That RenderDoc is the savior. So once we've got E in entities, why don't we get entity 0 equals entities 0. Entity 1 equals entities 1, and then xf0 equals get transform of entity 0. Whoa. Oh, it does want that. It wants an entity. Oh, well, I guess we just get it because it's just a number. And then xf1 equals get transform of entity 1. And then what if we did, there's no thing for it, but xf1 dot parent xf0 this is where we get into a bit of this SOA stuff is kind of painful. Is there like, does Odin have macros? Oh. Okay, so entity 1, no, it doesn't have a parent. Components, Genie. Oh, this build didn't work. Cannot SOA dynamic strand. So get transform returns that. Cannot assign value of type SOA to transform. Wait, will we actually? It's not giving me any build information. this is in the build. XF1. I don't know whether this is in the build or not. I don't know what's going on there. Weird that I'm not getting any information. So that just doesn't tell me what's going on, bruv. What's going on? Tell me what's going on. If I go back to that builds, okay, we do get an error there. Oh, this is some old build. I think something's kind of broken. The build is just not happening. I'm also like not getting, is undefined. It's like this code is non-existent. New version of OLS update. So what is the dilly? What? What was that noise? Huh? What are these noises? Oh, dude. We're getting morale. Okay. This makes me want to just kill all this SOA stuff for the moment. Maybe we will get rid of it all, because I don't know whether it's like breaking things. Now we're getting errors again. What is that? Is that like... Am I getting notifications or something? What is it? Okay, so this cannot... I think I've got a non-SOA version here. Xote equals get component index. What is it? Get transform index. Still got errors. What's making this noise? It's every time I push F8. What is it? Anytime I push any buttons. Oh, what's making these noises? Did I close this? Screen reader. How do I... Okay. How did I turn that on? Transform recursive. Just take a pointer to a transform. Don't worry about SOA. We don't know how it works. Set world position takes in a pointer to a dynamic transform. Okay. Now in Genie, we are still doing this. Okay, entity 0, entity xf, xf.parent, xf1, parent equals null. Strange. The game runs, entity 0, entity 1, it does have a parent. Oh look, it's moving. So the local position should be 0. And then the world position is this one. I can't move it. The local position. Oh look, it moves both of them based on the local position. Interesting. Not sure if that's quite the behavior we're looking for. We should probably do a more simpler test. So instead of doing all this madness, we can go, maybe we just, oh, that's another thing, is when we change the transform, we're processing the transform. It's only dirty if we explicitly set the local position or the world position via code. Those who've been here on other streams, is anything from Raylib still in the game? No. I mean, this version is pretty bare bones at the moment. So I guess we could do, how do you know if the thing has changed? I mean, you don't want to like store previous things. This structure's already pretty big. So how do you know if it's been changed? I mean, we could just power through the transforms and figure out a system later. I mean, for ease of use, we could just say entity 0, I guess we don't need to do this down here. We could just say xf0 dot is dirty equals true, xf1 dot is dirty equals true, equals turquoise. Im dot, we can draw transform. Are we even in a panel? Where's the entities panel? Let's just make entities 2 entities. So we'll make 2 entities and then we'll draw the things. And we can see entity 1 and entity 0. Then we should draw model draw, and the model is the pine tree and the entity is entity 0 and the cam is the core dot active camera 3D. So we'll try that. Okay, we got two thingies. Sorry if it's a bit small. So the parent world position when we move, and if I move the local position of the other one, and then move the world position of this one, they move together. The world rotation. Whoa. Okay, that doesn't seem right. That's kind of rotating around. I think the rotation is wrong. So this local rotation, world rotation, they both kind of do the same thing. I think it's to do with the transform order. So maybe we should rotate, transform to matrix, the local matrix, scale, translate, rotate. I feel like maybe we should rotate, then see what happens if we do that. Entity 1, local position over here. Entity 0 on the world rotation. That seems better. The world local, the world position, it moves up. The local position of this one moves down, down, nice. And if I change the local rotation, it's just local. Boy, there's some wind coming through. Whistling wind. We could also change the world scale, will change the scale of both. That's pretty cool. So if we make that 2, 2, 2, but we make the, what happens if we change the world scale? Well, that's kind of cool. And the, I'm pushing Control Z like this is a real application. So then if we make this 2 by 2 by 2, the child will be twice the size because it's getting multiplied twice. Local rotation. Dude. That seems pretty good. All we need now is like drag and drop reparenting and we're basically Unity. World scale. Zoom, zoom, zoom. Yeah, we're getting deep, man. Get into the weeds now so that we don't have to get into the weeds later? Question mark. So we change the local scale. That also changes that one. The world position. We kind of want these to be drawn because world is more like... I kind of want to format these. How do you format them? It's good stuff though. This is good stuff. Now we have transformed reparenting. And the only thing in the whole of Daisy Trains that's currently parented is one particle system over a train that goes by the chimney. But with this, say we could have a view like this, and we could construct an entity and give it a particle system, and then give that particle system a transform, and then move it where we want, and then save the entity, save that construction of like a prefab. But you know what I mean? Now you can actually create like composite objects. Now, I say now, but like after a ton of like serialization, figuring all that out. But theoretically, you could be like, I'm going to have a pine tree and it's going to have a particle system with some things falling off it, and it's going to go there, and then I'm going to be able to go save. How does that work? Like you save it to an asset? You save it into a scene file? Now we are remaking Unity. But I'm pretty stoked on that, actually. In editor, we've got draw transform. So can we do some im.push color, push style color, and then the index color. modifiers always use this if you modify the style after new frame. So what is it? im.color color dot what is im push color, im pop color? I am confused. im GUI demo. This, if you want to do im GUI, this site is so good. Widgets, basic color. Here we go. Push style color, im GUI color button. Okay. Is this im color float drag float 3? What is it? What does it want? What do you want? What is it that you want? Push style color, you want the type. im GUI dot color dot slider grab active drag. Oh. And this is also a thing that we just like ask. You just ask AI for this kind of thing. Hey, I finally catch a stream. How am I doing? Doing good. How are you doing, Andre B? How can I make the colors of the transform drag floats represent their, I don't know, their represent different different. That's good. I am frame background frame hovered. Why are you just giving me random numbers, bruh? Bruh. Other options you can modify. Greenish for local editable. Well, I am color dot frame background, and then it wants a color which is a U32. I am dot color. Why does it want a color? This seems weird. Push style color wants a U32. Oh, I am vec4. And a vec4 is just 4 float 32. So I can send in a color. I am vec4. And I can just send in a color like red. Right? And then I need to say I am dot pop style color 1. Oh, it's set to 1. Will this do anything? Are you remaking daisy trains for the 15th time? Yes. Oh yeah, well, there they are. Local position. Oh, is this where, like, if you want them to be like red X, Y, Z, then you need to do each one of them as a drag float. So say I don't want that to be that. Frame. This is unimportant stuff. I am dot text colored, and we say local position, and we send in Why am I using Odin? I see now you're using Odin. Why? Well, I did a little breakdown of this last stream. Go through it again. I took 2 months off the C++ code base, and when I got back, it was a little overwhelming. It was the first time I'd written some engine systems. There were problems in the core, and I was finding C super annoying to work with. I'd finally got annoyed with it. So I didn't really know what to do. At this point, I kind of was like, time to give up. Maybe. How to continue? And then I thought, well, I was messing around with another project, and I was playing with some Odin stuff. And I was like, actually, Odin's pretty cool. Maybe if I rewrote, I'll just try rewrite some of the core and see how it goes. And I was like, yo, this is making things better. This is how I think about it. Editor.odin, so local position and red. And then do im float, drag float. Don't give it a thing. Float 3, float 32, float 32, and local position .x. Oh, well, this is just x, right? I am text colored. Text colored, has this got an imvec4 thing? No. So what do you want? Oh, it wants the color first. Yeah, I think it's a good thing. Ooh. The good thing about IMGUI is it'll say calling pop style color too many times. Because I didn't. Okay, local position X. Zoop, 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 zoop. So we don't really want that to be text colored. We just want text, local position, and then a drag float, and then a im.same line, and then this, and this. Local position X, local position Y, Z, Y, Z. So what happens to these things? How do they get formatted? They're really long. There's a im.setWidth. Push item width, push multi-item width, push item width, and the item width is like 100. And then we also have to do a pop item width. Really, this is like what a lot of people want to do, is just create like a they just want to create, they want to recreate widgets found in other game engines. It's like that's the dream. So this is a lot of pop, push and pop to do this. im.color.text. Oh, will this change the text color? Yes. Wow, that red is so crunchy. im.text x. im.same line. X. Is that how that works? Push style color, pop style color. I am GUI same line. So this is X. So we need another push style color, another pop style color, and another I am GUI text. Text X, same line, text Y. Y, green. This is staples. Staples of time wasting. Oh yeah, that's not the green we want. We need lawn green. Lawn green for the lawn mowers. And then it's drawing the thing. Yeah, nice. Why is the X up there? Oh, it's this push item width. Let's just do that. Make them small, eh? Who wants big letters? Blue. Cadet blue. There they are. There they are. There they are. Blue. Royal blue. There it is. XYZ. Perfect. The perfect. And this is just local. I am separator text local. Oh, I love this kind of formatting stuff. It's so a waste of time, but I guess we want to say transform. And in fact, we want to do this all again, but with world. And we want world to come first. World. World, 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 world. World. And this says world. XYZ, and then I am text. Will it be perfect? But yes. Oh, X. Got a pop ID. We don't want them stacked like that. World position X, world position Z, world position. I think I did X, Y, Z, X. Local. And this is local. Oh, this probably should be just... No, we don't want that. What was I doing? Worlds and world. We kind of want this to be at the end. Local. Yes. World. Yes, world and local. World position, local position, entity 1, local position. Oh, this is just positions. Oh. This is a lot of stuff for just a simple formatter. So XYZ position, X position, Y position, Z position, and then we need rotation and scale as well. Oh, X position. So this is this really what they do? Whoops. Never push tab when you don't mean to. World rotation, Z, world rotation. Okay. So we should have rotation. Entity 1. World. And this should say world rotation, world position. Dude, is there some way we can just draw transform element? What is it? It's not a component, it's a draw transform element. Proc. Do we need like enums and stuff? Transform element. Enum. World position, world rotation, world scale. Local position, local rotation, local scale. Oh yeah, Hefix, if you're still there. All these beats, this playlist is all old beats I made back in the Ra. Element is a transform element, and then we probably need the XF, which is the pointer to the transform. Oh, but now we need little switches and stuff. So it's like these things. Oh, this is annoying. I don't think I'm gonna bother with this. I'm just gonna... crank it up. Yeah. world position, XYZ, world scale. So it feels good, man. Okay, I'm just gonna ask AI, is there a better way to format these transforms? Surely. Helper function. Oh. Yeah, that's what I was thinking. I love it when there's multiple options. Table layout, most professional looking. Bam, 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 bam. Collapsing headers with sections is the cleanest. I do like this draw or these table. Maybe we can do a combo of the both. Clean, reusable, and much easier to maintain. I believe you. This is what I wanted. Draw vec3 field, label C-string value, pointer to the vec3, speed equals F32, push item width. Yes, we send in the string. Very clever. But we don't have our little XYZs. I guess we don't need them because we're real programmers. And look at that, it's so much smaller. Does it work though? Ooh. Oof. Oh, why we got hash there? Oh, why did you got this? Position local, rotation local, scale local. Yeah. So entity 1 is of that. It even changed it. It's like, hey, you don't want it to look like that. You want it to look like this. Well, I can just send these same. Oh, I guess it's similar. So what was the table column? Begin table transform. Pretty cool, man. Although there's like frame background. I'm color frame active. What does that do? Oh, and we're gonna need a pop style color 2, my friend. Pop style color 3. Da-da-da, 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 da-da-da. Okay. Whoa, the mix on that one's a bit funny. Oh, whoops, I put the wrong color in there. So we can say blue equals im.vec4 is this. Red, sorry. We can say color is that. Color. And then It's always fun doing stuff when it's not actually hard stuff. Nice professionalism. Because daisy chains, oh no, I don't have the hovered thing. The hovered thing needs to be color times 1.2. Oh, that's, oh, these two times 1.2 times 1.2. Uppity-dupty. Yeah, yeah, yeah. This is the important stuff. Okay. That was fun. Oh, other important stuff. The editor actually has themes. Capuchin. Funny. Fluent. Best. They're just some things I found online. Okay. So in order to make a model component, we have model components. We can say add component here, case dots model, always space the code out, component index equals add model component of E. And then we could put this in the models thing. Model down here somewhere we can say model is an add model component. Proc E, entity E is an entity, and return an int index. And if I look at transforms and just see what we did there, add transform component, all we're doing, well, it's one line of code. Why don't we just do it in the switch statement? This is what I want to know. Seems like a bit of code to write, to just say append. Do we want to straight up be able to set the model pointer to which model it is we want? Because in components this actually wants to be pointers to models, doesn't it? Pointers to models. I guess every entity requires a transform. Maybe I'm just gonna do away with this and do it directly in components. Case, component index, why don't we just say append the G components dot transform components with a transform identity, and then the component index is the length of G components dot transform components dot data -1. Then we need to do this thing. We assert that component index does not equal -1. Message is error adding component of type %v I guess I can do a format.tprintf . type. Then we need to update the entity info. Okay, so in the case of model, we're going to do append G components, model components. But here's the thing, now we're like, well, what is, maybe we send it some nil pointer, but that's not very helpful because we need to like set the model. And if we're calling the code and we're adding a thing, it's not very helpful to add a null thing. We've got to remember to set it. Models. Add model component. Now we do want to do it. Entity model pointed to a model. But in here, now we need to also do this entity add component. We need to be a little bit careful of that. Data. We don't have format. Okay, so now we've got multiple paradigms, which is kind of weird. Append to the G components. Maybe we don't have just a general add component call. We have to call these directly, which is kind of cool-ish. Add G components dot model components dot data, send in the model, and then component index. Oh, this beat's not so good. Equals the len of G components dot model components dot data minus 1, and then we need an entity add component of E, and the type is dot model, and component index is the component index. So maybe we just nuke this function. And in transform we do this. Component index equals this. We don't return the int. We build, we find the error. Oops. Add transform component. Expected 1 argument's got 2. Okay. Update transform recursive, stack overflow. Now we're back into stack overflow. Add transform component. Oh, this needs to be transform. Bada boom. So now in Genie, instead of drawing directly, we'll say add a transform component and add a model component of entity, and the model, we're going to put the pine tree. And then instead of model draw, the models thing models process proc boom. So how do we do it in transforms? We went through and we got each transform, so we can say for model in g components dot model components. Oh, this is going to be an issue, isn't it? Because all we have is the model data. We can't then go get the transform data, can we? We don't really have any information about we don't really have any information about the entity. Bum, 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 bum. So we need to say model draw, and the model will be the model, but the E for entity we could do something hacky, like a model component, which is a struct that holds a model. This I feel like is going to become like a thing to solve. Model and an entity. Because getting the entity is going to have to be, this can be a model component. Component of type model component. Model.model model component model component dot entity, and we'll just we don't know what camera we're going to use. Core.active camera 3D. Okay. So the model.model undeclared name model component some weird music. There will be an issue in this thing down here. It will say we cannot just send this, but we can construct one with the E on it, and we'll say model component. And then do we see our models? No? Oh, because we never call transforms process models process. And then we see them. And changing the local position of this still works, and the local rotation of that still works. Oh, that's quite, for the world rotation, that's quite fun. We could create a chain of things, of parented things that do some sort of animation. Okay, so what can we do to put it in editor, draw transform. This should be called draw transform component. or transform component draw. Into viewers, model viewer. Hey, that did it again, even though where's model we're drawing? So the pine tree, did it get overwritten when we loaded it? This is so weird. The test model is under model load, and all we're really doing is loading this model, and we're doing this. And then gmodels loaded model name equals model. It's such a strange bug. So here in the model viewer, test model and pine tree model, so they are correct, but then when we go to draw the pine tree model, it draws the wrong model. Is there something to do in the draw functionality or something? Models draw command, model, there's a pointer, model, model meshes. Hard to reproduce bug. I guess we'll continue and double check that we've got the bug, which we don't. Which we do. Now, if we send this, okay, the model name is test model, and this got called from models process. Oh, which song? The last song. Whoops. Oh yeah. Down there. Bzz, 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 bzz. Man, it's so old I don't even remember making it. Explore item. Date created 2009. Yeah. Some old beats. So when we create the component, we're getting bad model. Let's just look at this asset thing. Model load, model asset load. Refresh. Header, asset type. The model name is pine tree. Gmodels, loaded models. Data. It's hard to look at these. The model is a pointer to null name, null DDD. Source path equals source path. Model name equals model name. Bounding box meshes. We make okay bytes red. We do the thing. Then we're happy. Then we come forth. Source path is error reading characters of string. The header is of model. Model name is rail corner flat, so that one's not the one that caused the issue. Model name is test model. model asset, model name, G loaded models, length 3 now. So we get the model, and it's all null stuff. Model, we do that. We got the 2 meshes, we return the model. The model is okay. We return the model. Test model. Now, when we pine tree is called test model. How is that? It's like I create this pointer here, and then when I load this, it overwrites this. Okay. We need to be able to get a model. Loaded models is a map of string models. So let's add model component, and we'll go G models dot loaded models pine tree. It's got an underscore. We say pine reloaded, okay, equals G models dot loaded models of pine tree. If okay, add model component of pine reloaded, else panic, no pine tree. Okay, this now should just never. Now we should just never. Now we should never get the boxes because there was some weird pointer issue. I don't know how. Is it like this pointer pointed to where that was in the map and then it moved in the map? Who knows? But it will not break now. So we've got model components. Model component raw. Entity. If I mean, we already checked this, so why are we checking it again? Model equals get component. Get model component. Oh, so do we have to do get transform? This is actually a sample of quite a famous NZ song. I'm gonna get some copyright strikes up in here. guess we just get the model. We just get the model. Equals model get component of E, model component draw, and then im dot, I don't know, separator text. Oh, we need im. Separator text model. And then fine, whatever. Well, this music's quite cranky. Why not have a thing called components? Components draw E entity. Can we do for component in, we need to go get the e-info equals g components g entities dot entity map e e-index equals that. And then the info equals g entities dot entity info of the e index. Can I just make a get info? B flag entity get info. Return a pointer to an entity info. E-index okay equals that. If okay, then return g entities dot entity info of the e-index. Get a pointer in case we want to mutate that bad boy. E-info equals entity get info of the entity. And e-info dot components. Can we iterate on that? If e-info dot components. What's the syntax? Return nil. False. Oh, return nil. If component in then let's say I am let's just do debug text. How did you get around the Odin debugging limitations? So there's the basic debugger in here that kind of works for like basic stuff. Then the rad debugger is free and open source, and it works with oh, I got some aborts because this thing is still broken. Yeah, this works with Odin and it's pretty gangster. Thanks guys. Some old beats that never got released. Oh, actually I think I sold some of these beats off to people. Debug text entity v has component has %v, and then we'll say e, and we'll say the component. Is that going to be supported? So in Genie, I guess we can, where we're drawing these, draw transform component, let's just say draw components draw of the entity, because we want to just auto-fire this thing. Debug console, missing tree pop. Oh, my bad. Don't ever not pop the tree. Okay, entity has 0, has 1 transform, has transform. Why do they not have a model? When we made the models one, did we entity add component of type model? Oh, we didn't put the case in there. Case dot model. Info. This is annoying that I don't know how to components plus equals dot. Oh, can we say just type in there? I think we can, so we don't need this. Oh yes. Engineering. Entity 0 has transform, entity 1 has model. That's nice. That's nice syntax for the component and components, which is the bit set. If component is in the components, then we want to draw the component. Components draw, and then we have some switch statement. Switch on component case dot transform. We can say draw transform component. Partial switch component case dot transform semicolon draw transform component of the entity. Boom, boom, nice. And then we can say case dot model draw model component of type E, and we called it something else, didn't we? Model draw component of E, model component draw. And then model, and we can just say model there. Model, nice. And we can say im.text. And we can put %v the C string of this, and model.name. Zing zang zim zim. Model pine tree. Pretty cool. Ooh. Oh, negative scaling does not work. Whoa, we get some crazy funk going on here. Hey, maybe negative scaling does work. 1. Yeah. Yep. It's gonna get weird with normals and stuff. im.separator. Oh, does this like... Yeah. Yeah, I think that's pretty good. What else can we, how else can we help with the model? What other information do we need? What does the model give us? I guess you can do things like materials and stuff, but we're not going to need that kind of functionality. You could even set the shader. Maybe you could even set the shader. That's pretty cool. I don't really know how to now bake these entities down. What's the reasoning about? What's the reasoning about what? What are we reasoning about? Unredact that. Oh, these are in radians also. Do we need to convert them? What's the reason behind 4comp? Oh. In here, 4comp in E components. So 4comp in E info.components. So the entity info has a bit set of, it's basically bit flags for each component type, which is just an enum. So it's just like an enum of it's just zeros and ones for each component type. And so when we add a component, we just set that component bit to 1, and you can iterate, because Odin's fun like that. Where was I? Then you can iterate that, so we're iterating the component types. And then component, if the component is in the component, so that means if the bit is 1, then we switch on whatever the component is and do its draw thing there. The only thing we don't have is some sort of place where all, right now, entities, oh yeah, entity info is in a dynamic array, so you could iterate every entity if you needed. Because right now we've got this 4E in entities, we're making 2 entities explicitly here. We could maybe do in G entities dot entity info, but that actually doesn't hold the entity. It probably should, shouldn't it? Maybe we do have that entity. That might be helpful. So when we entity create entity info, e-info dot, in fact you can do it like entity equals e dot entity, because I don't know whether we're going to, oh there it is. That's so cool. Oh, entity e dot entity. That prints out the whole entity info struct. It's kind of cool. Because yeah, I wasn't sure if at some point we're going to need to iterate over all entities in some, like, at the end of the level or something, but all you really need to do is just clear this array. But if there was some point where we wanted to, hey, maybe we want to, like in this case, iterate over every entity, then at least their info is in some array. It makes it annoying. Right now there's no way to remove entities. But then again, there might not be entity removal. There might have to be. But it's designed to be all this component stuff is designed to be a like swap and pop type thing. So you need to replace the one with the one at the back, and then you need to update the one at the back's map to this and its component indexes. How complicated is this going to be? So if I wanted to like remove a component, oh yeah, well each component type has an index. Actually, that was like pretty good. That was a pretty good little run. We didn't even enter the pit of despair. We did transform hierarchy kind of works. We did transform component drawing and model components. And we fixed the weird model pointer bug. I mean, everything's so rudimentary at the moment, but the good news is that the other daisy trains has the roadmap for how to actually like do all the game data and stuff. Is this broken? Or does this work? Oh, it takes so long. Wow. Oh. Exception thrown. Storage.connect port. What's so many files? The daisy trains. Why could I not load the level? World 0? Storage. Yeah, the problem with this version of Daisy Trains is, well, it's got this many files. That's the Genie files. And then there is also the game files and the editor files and the shader files and the res files, models. It's also messy. That's why I'm liking doing it again. It's just gonna be a little bit res data world 00. Is that what it's called? It's just nice to go through it a second time and like be like, oh, this thing was just a hack together. It'd be good to de-hack this. And fix some of these like core problems where you're just like, oh, you know what, we'll deal with that later. And then you're like, 00 world. Just gonna rebuild. Oh, my stomach. I'm already hungry. It's funny as oh, whoops, I immediately just deleted a thing. Yeah. Looks mean, bro. But I just deleted the way to make the level. How does this work again? You create a stack there. Then you set the stack to in the inspector. Was that cows? What was that? To accept pink cargo. And then make a train there and make sure this one does not pick up. I need to actually make the game good as well. That's like not even, this is just not even half the battle. All right, Andre EB, thank you very much. Thanks for coming and hanging out. See you on the next one. Train. Oh yeah, train it up. Oh, I just pushed the button. Oh, train's going the wrong way. This is not good. I just broke the level a little bit. We're never going to get the yellow cargo. There's no way to like pick up the yellow train. Alright, I might get a snack and then it's been a solid 2 hours of heavy coding. Heavy. I might grab a snack and then maybe do something else. I just watch this train go round and round, missing the yellow cargo. Yeah, I think we make a little tune, a low stakes. Is that ocean moving? It is. Looks so weird from here. There's like no lighting information. Doggies, you being silly. Yeah, I can make a low stakes beat. Make a little low stakes beat. Hey, the yellow cargo did work. There need to be little animations for the train. For the cargo to be bip, 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 bip. Just commit this bad boy in. So I like the munching. Parent transforms model components. Commit sync. Ahoy. What are we gonna create? Empty. Call this one transform component. What's that? Quietly now. Go into the sound banks. Anything we can pick from? Using ancient. Can I just rescan the whole sample directory? It's doing it. We need some kind of like samples. How long is this going to take? Drums, acoustic reggae loops. I kind of need a keyboard. Have I got some synths? Instrument. Alien. Pad shop. What's pad shop? Oh. Doesn't sound like a pad. Pad shop 2. There's like a keyboard, eh? Is there like a keyboard? I remember there used to be something in Cubase where you could like bring up a keyboard. Automatic MIDI quantize, metronome, mix console, on-screen keyboard with these. Oh, lovely. Ball pool. Bifurcation. There was a thing called I remember, I don't know if it's Halion. Yeah, this thing. And it's got a whole bunch of stuff. And I remember getting some Extreme. Lost Souls. Oh, you gotta like drag and drop it? Loading. Yeah. This sounds like fucking Alien Isolation or something. Yeah. All aboard the Fields train? Yeah. How can I make it more blendy? Purity. Pure button. I haven't owned Fruity Loops for 7 million years, unfortunately. Is this octave? I've filtered this key command. Interesting. Yeah. Cinematic. Oh, 5, 6, 7. Brahms. Oh. This is some hectic fucking patches. A mate of mine uses Fruity Loops, and he's a real excellent music maker. But yeah, I don't know, maybe I should get it, figure it out. What's that one everyone uses, those synths by? It was weird, there's a synth that everyone uses. Not everyone, but my mate is always talking about it. There's a Vital synth. Is there like another one? Vital Audio. Subscribe. So there's the guy that makes this. Randomly. I bought this thing off the Unity Asset Store, and it was like this audio thing. I was making some audio-based game thing. And I was emailing this dude, and it turns out it's the same guy that made that. Tell you what though, when I'm like locked in coding and I'm on my own, I listen to Dungeon Synth. There's something about it, it's like sets your brain into like focus mode or something. Extreme. Okay, so where am I? How do I go to all presets? What is this? Why is the mouse all off on this thing? All. Okay. Desert locomotives. This is you push one button and you get a whole song out of it. So I'm still in Extreme, right? But how do I get out of Extreme? Was that all I've got? Okay, this synth may be too hectic. What other ones come built in? Retro log. Oh yeah, of course, put you down there. Retro log. Oh yeah, this is a bit lame. Where's all my stuff? Why does they do this like this? There's no things? Pad shop? Synth, pad shop, all of them. Pad shop, alien water. Yeah. Maybe we need to dig in the samples again. It's still passing GDC, like 7,000 audio files. Got any old loops that I haven't used before? Got any loops that I have used before? Bass loops, all these things are so old. We just need to make something. Classical, we were here before, weren't we? Swan Lake. There's so many. Baba Yaga. Oh, this is what we used yesterday. That. Yeah. Classical music. Love the classical. Should we make something a little classical? This one had a bit of a dungeon hop. Go away the on-screen keyboard. But we want to go, are we going to do some slow beats again? 85. It's too slow. Or stretch it. Don't speak too soon. Got any beat from here? Nothing. Bollywood loops, I know it. They're not really in jungle. I love these naming conventions. Jung 1, Jung 1, Jung 111. Needs to be darker. Wasn't there a thing that was like I thought there was like a samplery thing. You can put on like this thing. It's pretty wacky. There's a thing called a what was it called? Other loop mash. Yeah, this thing. Kind of need like a sampler that takes bits of it so we can play it back up and jant. Okay, we'll just kill that. Alright, this is one loop, but then we get the like instant gratification. Yeah. Shaker loops, are they? Alright, I don't know, this thing droning on might become a lot. Where's the step filter? This thing always makes something great. Oh, there's not that many. what's going on here. I don't know what's going on here. I don't know what's going on here. Any other classicals? Any other classics? Yes. Need some new samples. Oh, there they are. These are like the lamest samples of all time. Yes. Scooby-Doo. Strings. Whoa. Hey, buddy. What are you up to, buddy boy? Which one? Bit of this? Bzz, bzz, bzz. Why is it so... It's like halftime. Synths. Oh yes. Some Terraria music. No. Yes, and a breakdown. I reckon we go Terraria. Terraria. And then we could write a little bass line for that thing. What do we got? Oh, no bass. Where are the presets at, dog? Oh. Oh, why is this so buggy? Help! Search media bay. Retrolog. I see. Oh, why no results? Any attribute. Logical. Just see me see. I see the things. Show me where the stuff is. Oh, retrolog. Have I not loaded the patches or something? Yes. What is that so out of tune? Dude, synth 1030. What are we talking about here? Why would you be so out of tune, sir? so jank. Oh, there's 666 in there. Just relax, man. Relax. This sample is like not in any key. Is there like an auto key finder these days? Audio. Audio part editor. Sampler control, drop audio sample or MIDI part here. There's an audio sample. Boom. Oh, yo. This is what I was talking about. But it gives you nothing back. What is this? Why are there no presets in anything? Ay, ay, ay. Time to download Fruity Loops. I don't know how any of this works. There we go, beat done. Alright, whatever, dude. Screw your thing that doesn't... Talkbox. Trance. Trance 3. Oh. Chill pads. Ah, yes. That's what we're talking about. Mega chill pads. I feel like it's bringing it in and pitching it. Is it? Ah, musical mode off. That's what happens when you try to make stuff without samples. Wide. Oh, Elastic Pro Time. Elastic Standard. I remember there being a thing when you're like, hey, I don't want to like pull any of this stuff in and adjust it in any way. Maybe it is just like that. Maybe I'm just being punked by these synths. Oh, trance loops. Perfect. Triangle. Ding. Violins. Da, 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 da. Yeah, and loop that. Yeah.
Hell. Big. Big. Big.
I reckon. I think so.
Big.
Did that sound like it changed?
Big. Big. Big.
Okay, with enough filtering.
Big. 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 Big.
It sounds best when you turn it off. Yeah. Yeah. Why is it so quiet? We need to compress this thing. Vintage. Crank it. Third oscillator. out on the frickin' subwave. How do I chill out the level of this guy? Oscillator 3, bruh. Oscillator 3, a little too much. Is there a control D? No. Duplicate track. Solo this. Just filter everything. That's my gamble. There's this mod. FX mod. This thing's always fun. Filter. So you can do some build into a crazy jungle. This leads me to my favorite joke of all time. Why did the lion get lost? Because the jungle is massive. All right, so is this based on time? Yeah. And then into the jump. Okay. Perfect. I've got this thing going on. It doesn't have any business being drum and bass. Perfect. I wonder why the stream viewership is plummeting. But you know, sometimes you just gotta make a little crazy drum and bass for morale. This is a strange one. We need to like do a little fake build up over here. Okay, so let's listen to this. This needs to like do something. A fifth? Boo. 2, 3. Me. I feel like there's weird tuning on this thing. Woo. It's so... Just be the right note, man. Kind of. It tricks your ear into thinking it's kind of okay. Boo. Da, 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 da. This jungle sample is just hectic. Sure, we got some better amen breaks or something. Drum and bass, drums and bass, drums and bass, drum and bass. Is there an 8? Whoa, what is this? What are all these folders? Why is there so many of them? Samples, search for something called amen. Surely there's an amen, there's a snare. Okay, don't look. D and B. Yeah. Here goes a whole drum and bass track. That's pretty cool. Drum and bass. kick. D in B. Oh, we got some things. Where was I before? I feel like there were a couple of things. I'm just gonna steal that for that little break at the end. It's ultra crush beat. It's so weird. It's like some old school. It's just the same loop over and over. Come to me, friend. I don't know if this is going to help us in any way, shape, or form. Perfect. Love it. Why are you doing that? Snap to there. I don't know what's going on. What is this? Bad. Bad.
B. B.
Yeah. I think I like the old school drums better. The classic. Ooh, I love how much hectosity they add to everything. Okay, now I remember where we are. We're in the pit of despair. Should have called this track the Pit of Despair. I feel like we're right about that. This is where you don't give up, right? And something magical comes about. Epic clouds always helps. High quality mode. feel like there was something that was like a... And I need to work on the interface on this bad boy. Not that, whatever that is. I think what this needs actually is the bass amp. Oh, not the bass amp, but what about the VST amp rag? Why is it? Okay, maybe it's the bass amp. I don't know what I'm listening to, dog. Give me something else. Let's add something else in here. What can we add in here? Do you turn off? Whoa. Perfect. Oh gosh, that sounds awful. These things just sound bad. We are making dungeon synth. Did I put that on the master or something? Oh, what's going on? Why does this sound like this? It's got like... Oh, it's the EQ. We need another break. Look at this, it just keeps adding Cubase folders to the audio thing. That's scary. Drum loops, fat loops. Does this have drum and bass? Breakbeats. 110, oh, 70, 80. Where's there nothing in there? Been robbed. Oh, because I'm searching for DMB. Get rid of it. Go back to breakbeats. What the? Is that just drum and bass, but really slow? Concurrent view is 0. We're down to 0. Yes. Nothing to do with... Yes. Oh, I'm on 0 on mind. I would leave the stream if I were watching it. Bass drum library. Guru drum library. Oh, there's samples, there's grooves and hits, loops. Terrible loops. Patterns, grooves, extras. Heaps of cool stuff. Live drum loops, acoustic. Where's the funk, bubble, skip and shake, slam it? No. Nickel Hipper drums. I swear there must be drum and bass somewhere. I remember finding drum and bass all the time, being like, dude, I don't need drum and bass. I never need drum and bass. And then there it is. Acoustic drums, fat loop, misc loop, jungle loops. Oh yeah, there's a few. Maybe we've got to dig into this one and get more jungly. Booyaka, booyaka, bo. Should really just be programming. Maybe drum and bass is not the one for me. Maybe we just keep this other beat going. More mellow. Did we have anything else lying around that was interesting? Yeah, it needs a bit of time to grow. So we don't need... This is too grungy. Let's just make a bit of room. We'll start with this guy doing some loops. Don't worry. Don't worry. Speed running. Make this like, I don't know, something. Chopper. Whatever that is, not that. Oh, hi, ha, oh. Took a look at Odin. It's a really cool language. Thanks for the tip and thanks for the soundtrack. Yeah, buddy. Thanks for hanging about. Sorry, it's a bit random. I feel like we did good code for once. Now we're just getting lost. Yeah, buddy. What do we got? Something in here, some nostalgia. Note for eternity. Dungeon base. We need to bring this back over here. Just extract that yips out of there. Yep. Yep. Step. Yep. Da. Yep. Chip. Funny, yeah. It's always like you start off with a lot of stuff and then you strip it. When you remove it all is when it starts to sound good. Yeah, quite like that. Quite like that. Hey, Beezy. Hey, Skipper. Hey, Beez. Hey, Beez. What are you doing? Huh? Beep 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 ba ba bo bo ba beep beep ba beep 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 beep. Put that in. Hey Beezy, what are you doing? What are you doing, Beezy? Hello, Skipper, what's going on? Ah, Chile, stop scratching. Come on. Come make some D&B with me, Beansy. What do you think of the D&B? No reaction. What? Get that off me. Look at it as soon as that. as you remove the original sample, it becomes kind of good. I think we need to get into some G0 synths. Perfect. Beep. Beep. Definitely not that color. Bring it back. Perfect. A perfect ending to a perfect song. Yeah. put a big old. Give me some more. Oh, Magneto. It needs to happen. I haven't saved this project. Imagine if it crashed. Yes. This thing is the most awful sample. But don't worry. Put this maximizer on here. Interesting. What's up? Yes. All you need to do is just put in some happy little beeps. This drum and bass track sounds wet. It sounds wet, dude. It's like. It's like it's been through like 7 different people's processes. I think this drum track is the real hero of the day. What's curvy cue? Oh, the Voxengo. Okay. Bit of fun was had. Man, that's a little bit of a trail on that thing. Beep. nasty. Perfect. Perfect. How's it take? It took like 2 hours to write like all those component systems. It took like 1 hour 45 to make this crazy song. I feel like I've been stuck on the song for like 10 million years. Transform component. Export. Maybe it's a good way to write code. You like get focused in on the code and then you express yourself with a little song. Perfect. And with that, we've gone from doing the Lord's work to doing the devil's deeds. I think I'll call it there. Feel like this. This little guy up here. This guy. Hey, bro. All right. Okay. Oh, good times. You know? Shot for hanging out. And we'll get into the next one on the next one. I'll post this up on the Discord for all those who want to